everyone! Welcome to my very first Minecraft survival Let's Play. We are in 1.16 and I figured we could play in this world until 1.17 officially comes out because I am super excited for the Cliffs and Caves update and I have some really big plans for a base in that new update. Looks like awesome! We spawned in a jungle biome, which is perfect because I wanted to try and challenge myself in this Let's Play by building in a style that I've never done before. And I have never built in a jungle biome before for many different reasons. One of them being that there's a lot of mobs that spawn because there's so much shade around here, and all this vegetation makes it very hard to clear out for building and stuff like that. And another reason is that the color palettes that I usually work with don't really work well with Junglewood, but that's going to be part of this Let's Play. I'm going to try and work into a warmer color palette that I've never done before, and hopefully we can make some really cool builds that incorporate Junglewood. So I'm just trying to get some starter materials here, and I just want to make a home ASAP because I don't think we're going to be finding a lot of sheep in here, at least not enough to make a bed right away, and I do not want to be out here out in the open when it becomes nighttime. So I'm just trying to scout out this area a little bit because I really do like this lake that we spawned right next to, and I think maybe our best bet is going to be just digging into the side of one of these hills over here and making like a Hobbit hole situation just as like a starter house until we can get set up more. And oh my gosh, we already have a panda. This is great. Hello. Do you want a bamboo? There we go. Oh my gosh, pandas are so cute, and that's one of the reasons I did want to try to build in a jungle biome, because they're so adorable. I just want to have them all around my base. So I think maybe if we build in this cliff, this one looks pretty good. Oh. This is cool too. Maybe we'll choose... It'd be kind of cool to do like a Hobbit hole in this middle of a cliff like this, and then have like a drawbridge coming out to connect us over the river. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go scout out the area really quick and decide on a place to go for the night. So in scouting for a vantage point, I actually did come across some sheep. I already killed 3 of them, so we can actually make a bed for tonight, which is amazing. And we'll keep him alive for now, just in case we can find somebody else that I haven't murdered yet, in order to breed them up for an early food farm. Alrighty. So it looks like we got spruce over there. That'll be nice. And otherwise, that's about as much as we can see. There's a cool looking mountain over there. Maybe we can make our way over there at some point. Upon further inspection, this wall is only a couple blocks deep, so I think what we're going to do is build in this little alcove right here. Alcove? Is that the right word? I don't know. But I think this will be a good spot for a starter home. Okay, I cleared out some of this area, and I think we're going to build a couple custom trees around here, so it's okay that we took down all of the vanilla trees for now. And let's see, let's gather some materials. Looks like I actually have everything that I'm gonna need, I think. And let's see. We want to go pretty far out, but we don't want to go right out to the edge. So maybe have the doorway right here. I just made this little temporary bridge here just until we get the Hobbit hole in so that I can sit back and look at the design as I'm building it. We don't want it to go too tall because it is a Hobbit hole. This looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna think about it for a second and maybe do a time lapse of me building this thing. Be right back. I started off my Hobbit hole build with the stripped oak and stripped birch design, but I ended up quickly changing my mind and swapped the stripped oak for polished granite so it would blend with the jungle wood better. I detailed the front with granite walls and various jungle wood blocks to create that warmer palette I was talking about earlier in the video. I then tore the whole thing down and rebuilt it a few blocks over because it was off-center with the landscape I was working with. I made this design up on the fly, which is why you can see me running back and forth on my makeshift bridge several times throughout the video to take a step back and make sure I was getting the shape and details I wanted. For the roof, I made a simple sloping frame with jungle slabs, and I filled in the rest of the roof with grass blocks to get that Hobbit hole vibe I was going for. I tried terraforming the roof into the hill behind it, but I didn't really like how thick it made the roof look, so I trimmed it back down a little bit while still trying to make it look like it belonged in the terrain. I swapped out the jungle slabs on the roof for spruce slabs because I thought it would give it more dimension, and added some slabs on the top of the roof. Which, going back, I think I might take those out because it doesn't really go with the design. I then decided that I wanted to add a couple windows to detail the front a little more and went back and forth on some accents until I was happy with the finished product. We are back. The Hobbit hole is done, and I think it looks really nice. We added a chimney, and you can still see the fire peeking through the trapdoors, but I think that's okay. I don't really know if I would like how the spruce looks, but maybe I'll try it if it bothers me too much. We added some vegetation around the top of the roof here, some berry bushes that I got from the spruce biome, and then I added some little custom bushes and vine type things right here. I think I'm probably going to try to maybe add a tree or bone meal this area once I kill a skeleton, because I haven't even seen one yet. So I also did the interior. We'll take a look in here. This is our storage room. I kind of went for like a sliding door design, I guess you would call it. And we have a decent amount of storage chests so that we can live in here for a little while before we outgrow it. And then over here, I started a mine shaft, but after doing it, I think I'm going to move it because I ran out of jungle stairs and trapdoors, and a spiral staircase like this is just kind of annoying to travel down. So I've just been using the water column. But I did some mining just because I ran out of iron for tools and stuff like that. And if we go down this one, I did find something very exciting to show you guys. No, not this one. Down here. We have diamonds! We have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. 5, which is fine because that's enough for a pickaxe, and that's all we need right now. So that was really exciting. Those were the only diamonds that I came across, but I didn't really mine for that long. I just kind of went until I got enough iron to make the tools that I needed, and we still need some for armor and stuff, but that'll come with time. I'll probably have to do another mining session here pretty soon. I also made a tunnel down this way, and it was not very long because I came out into this ravine and kind of explored it a little bit, but then I ran into some creepers and stuff and decided that I didn't want to risk it today. And this tunnel goes to the same ravine, so maybe later on in this episode we'll have to do some more mining and get suited up with some iron armor. But yeah. There's the mine, and then I just made these 2 little rooms. This one for smelting of all sorts of things, and then this is the chimney. I don't think it actually comes out here, but it's close enough that you can't really tell. And then this little room, I was just gonna put some other stuff in that we need, like the crafting table, smithing table, stuff like that. Maybe a brewing stand if we come across one, or if we can make it at some point. And yeah, I was thinking after I made all of this, like I said, I don't really like the design of this mine shaft, so I think what I'm going to do is just cover that up and repurpose it, and then right here I might have a bubble elevator going back down to Y level 12 for the mines. Now we need to get our food situation figured out, because I did hear... Oh, the sun's going down. Anyways, I did hear a cow up here when I was working, but I think he is no longer with us because I can't hear him anymore and I can't see him anymore. So I think maybe he fell off the cliff or something. But either way, we're going to have to make some pens for when we do finally get some animals. I think I'm probably going to have to go over to that spruce biome and lure some animals with this wheat I've been farming up. But we are in serious need of food, so I think I'm gonna clear the forest up here on top of this hill, and that's where we're gonna put our farms and pens and stuff like that. Here we go. We're gonna do another time lapse for clearing this little area because it seriously took me so long, you guys, to clear this out. It took me like over 2 hours in real life. And that's one of the reasons I never build in the jungle biome, because there's so much shrubbery and oddly shaped trees that take forever to chop down. I took down so many large oak trees in this tiny area that I began questioning if I had even settled in a jungle. I was collecting some of the leaves for building custom trees and vegetation later on, but after the second pair of shears broke, I decided I can't really afford to use all of my iron for leaves early game. This is really my first time messing with the replay mod, so if the movement seems kind of wonky or weird, that's why. Let me know down below if you like time lapses that follow the player more or sit in a mostly stationary position. Here you can see a couple pillagers crossing the river above me, and I'm really glad that we both missed each other because I didn't even see them until I was editing this clip, and I was definitely not prepared to be fighting those guys this early on. For this area, I want to build some wheat farms and have a pen for my cows and probably some sheep for early food supply because I have been really struggling in that department. I then decided to plant some birch and spruce trees along with some bamboo so they could grow while I was in the area. I definitely learned a lot in this clip because I didn't even realize that I was running around so randomly until I saw it played back, so I'll definitely be changing that about my future time lapses. I like them a lot more when they just smoothly follow the player do something. Now that this area is all cleared out, it's time to get some wheat farms planted and some cow farms breeding. It's a new day, and after that whole deforestation, I had to take a break because it seriously took so long, guys, just to clear this tiny little area. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I haven't made up my mind yet if I want to do like animals up here and then farmland over here or vice versa. I think we'll have to figure it out as we go along, but I'm gonna make some sort of temporary thing here. And I just came up here to check this area out again, and I saw a couple ocelots, so I went and got some raw fish from the river, but now I don't see them anymore. I hope that they're still around because we're gonna need those eventually for creeper farms and stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find them. Well, I don't know where she went, so that's unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll see some more running around here as we go along. But what I did find is this cave. And there's some coal and stuff, so I think I'm gonna come down here a little bit and see if we can not die. Oh my gosh, I see a creeper down there. That is not something we want. Okay. I sworn I saw a creeper, but now I don't see anything. I hope I'm not imagining things. Let's just light it up a little bit in here. So hopefully we can come back. Oh, no. Definitely a creeper. Okay. We're headed this way now. And let's light it up a little bit down here. Ooh. Okay, okay. This is cool. There's some iron there that we definitely need. And some more there. I just want to run through here really quick. That was really close. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see him until he was already blowing up. This little impromptu cave exploring resulted in quite a bit of iron. I mean, I didn't even explore the whole cave and we have over a stack of iron ore, so that is good news for us. And I saw this interesting feature. I'm gonna light this up really quick. I found this interesting little feature that kind of ties in with what I want to do with this world. So this kind of looks like a little cave, right? And I was thinking about it and doing some research on some like real life builds that I want to replicate, and I thought it would be really fun to build in the style of like a Mexican jungle, like Mayan style, maybe have some ruins in there or something. Like if we find the jungle temple somewhere in here, we can build it up and redo the whole thing and then we can add on to it and maybe do like a smaller version of Chichen Itza or something, because I went to Cancun a couple years ago and it was super beautiful and so pretty. And one of the things in that area are these things called cenotes, which are underground pools basically, where there's like a huge hole in the ground, like a giant cave, and it's just filled with water, and there's these underground rivers that connect to these cenotes and stuff like that. And I thought it would be really cool, especially with conduits and stuff, that we could have an underground river system going through our build that represented these cenotes in Mexico. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going for, is that, you know, these new people, whoever we are, came and settled, so there's like this more modern type of build, but still jungly. And then we come across some ruins somewhere from when the people who lived in the past were around and all the stuff that they left behind. So kind of more like mossy cobble situation and destroyed a little bit, things like that. I think that would be really cool. And I definitely want to bring the jungle back to life here in the areas that I deforested. And I've been doing a little bit of research on different types of trees and stuff that you'd find in the jungles in Mexico. And so I have a pretty good idea of the kinds of things I want to do. Like for this river, it's a little thin right here. Once we get our farm replanted up there, I want to widen out this river and then create kind of like an overhang in the terrain and have trees like dipping in and over the river and stuff like that. I think that would be a cool place to start. So I think what we need to do is grab some stuff from here. Oh, first we should probably get this iron smelting. And then I'll grab some materials and we can work on an animal pen. I think what I'm gonna do is just make a pen really quick for the animals. And then once I get them up here, I'll work on actually getting the pen right and the terrain and stuff like that, because once I'm done with it, I don't know if I'll be able to come on. I don't know if I'll be able to brain fart, get them up here in this terrain that I'm going to create. No. Okay. There's a cow. Oh, there's two cows. Oh, perfect. Okay, we're quite a ways home. As you can see, the jungle is way over there, and we're in the jungle a little ways, so we have quite the journey ahead of us. Is there any more that I could take? Oh, yep, there's some over there. Okay, let's see if we can get as many as possible, because who knows how many are going to make it along the way. Okay, phew. We've successfully gotten some animals into this pen. Okay. And inventory. Okay. Well, now that we have at least 2 of both of these, I can start doing the landscaping around here a little bit. So what I want to do down here is just carve this out a little bit and then build it up over top here a little bit so that there's a little bit of an overhang. I thought that would look really cool. Maybe we'll stick a cave back here with a little pond or something like that to allude to those cenotes I was talking about. But let's go to a time lapse and see how this thing turns out. I started off this terraforming project by making sure I had the shape I wanted with the top layer of dirt so that I can more easily work out the shape of the bottom layers. I wanted it to look circular, but not a perfect circle because we're still working in nature. I wanted it to look natural. I dug out the area underneath to accentuate the shape of the overhang and went around and added cobble to make the rough shape of the build and messed around with that until I was happy with it. Once I liked the shape that I got, I replaced most of the cobble with stone and andesite and still left a little cobble on the bottom and on the sides to look a little riffed up. After that, I added a couple boulders on top, and I really liked the way that that looked, and I decided to add stone and andesite all around the top edge of the overhang. This area is looking pretty good. I'm just starting to put in some farms here, and I see we have some visitors, and he's staring right at me. We're just gonna ignore him and go the other way and hope that they don't come visit us, because I am still not prepared at all. I've just been hiding some water sources under these boulders, and then not farming every single block because I think it'll still look good to have some bushes and stuff. Like, the people who live here are trying to fight with the jungle to live here, and the jungle is trying to take back the land, kind of a thing. So that's where we're at right now. I don't really know how much of this land I want to cover. Maybe just this whole platform that I'm doing, and maybe down here a little bit, but I think after that, maybe the path can come through here. I like that idea. I'm also mixing in some of this coarse dirt so that it kind of looks, you know, worn down a little bit, like the people who are farming this land walk around here a lot because they have to harvest their wheat. And then I'm also tilling, well, not tilling, but, you know, making the paths with the shovel. And that kind of looks like maybe untilled land or more trampling over here. I think that looks really nice. I really like how that turned out. I originally was going to have this all grass right here, but then I decided that if you had come across something like this in the wild, it wouldn't be grass right up until the edge, and then it would just drop off as rock. Like, you would kind of see the rock creeping in at the edges. So that's what I did there, and I think it looks really well. Really well? Looks really good. And I added a little tree right here. It's kind of funny looking because it ran into the side of the overhang there a little bit, but I think it still looks okay. And by the time we get all this in here and add other vegetation and stuff, I don't think it will look as weird. I just realized that, again, we still don't have sugarcane, so I think we need to go on a quick mission and find that really quick before we end this episode, because we are going to need a lot of paper in the future. There we go, finally. There's like no sugarcane in this jungle biome. It's kind of crazy. But at least we have a few pieces and we can get a small farm going off of that. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Let me know down below if you enjoyed it. I'm just starting out, so if you would like and subscribe, it would really help me out. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Hope to see you in the next episode. Bye! That's a little close.